What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for hanging out. We're just letting all the YouTube notifications pop and let people roll in. We got some giveaways today. It might be also some hammer codes for Pro. It's going to be so much fun. Who do we have in the chat? Prep and Paul, first I see off the bat, but the first of the chat is Cooley this time. Thanks for swinging by. Andy, you're slipping a bit, man. You're getting beaten out. Wayne beat you today, too. Wayne in attendance. Thank y'all. Y'all are so awesome. Colin, good day to you. Yeah. All right. It's 1 minute past on my computer, so that means I'm going to turn down the OBS volume. I hope Microsoft doesn't do the normal thing to me, but we'll see. Here we go. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Frank KG5HJ, and we're going to have some fun tonight. Windows is ducking me, but we will fight through it, and we're going to have some fun. Let's just start off by playing that awesome intro video. I'm just watching the volume drop. Quick shout out to all my Patreons who makes the show possible. You can support me by joining Patreon in the link below. And on to Tank Radio. You know, it wouldn't be a live stream if I didn't mess up. Let's start that again. Welcome back, y'all. It's been fun. We have been absent with a live stream from me in about 4 weeks. So I am glad to get back in the saddle. That means I'm a little rusty, and that's why the sound should be fixed now. There we go. A lot of there we goes. Perfect. Windows is still dropping me. I'm fixing that on the fly. I can't fix it permanently. I don't know why. But anyways, as I was saying, the last live stream that I was supposed to be doing was Super Bowl Sunday. I'm not going to live stream of the Super Bowl Sunday, especially since I just got off the plane from Orlando. So instead, I dropped that ham question, which I do like doing those ham questions, and releasing them on the live stream night for the Ham Fest. However, this go around, it exploded. It was so amazing. It was 8.3 thousand views. Y'all are awesome. I heard a squeak. What squeak? I don't know what squeak you're talking about. Don, it's always written in C++. But I can't believe that ham question exploded. It was so cool. I hopefully the next question will be as interesting and we'll get the same amount of views, but it kind of irritated me a little bit. I loved how great the video did. Everyone on it was awesome. The irritation was it was the video with less Frank. The video that didn't have Frank on did the best for the Hamfest. I don't know what that's telling me, but it's telling me something. But let's go ahead and do the rundown as always here. I need to be on the right tab. Patreon. Patreon is active, and the link in the description below to join my Patreon. It is awesome and amazing. We had our tank commander meeting today, and that is the highest level of supporter level is a once a month meeting with me. We talk about everything ham radio. We talk about what the channel's doing. We talk about what's going on in your lives. And me and Don chatted for a good hour and 20 minutes today. It was so much fun. And buy me a beer and super chats are active, and we might be playing around with some of the super chats later. And sticker packs. I've been saying I need to get a sticker pack example to show y'all because I think that will help. But sticker packs are over there on Grapevine Amateur Radio. Mouse pads are available on whose site? That is. I can't believe I'm blanking on the name. You put me on the spot now. I put myself on the spot. Corky QRP's Etsy page. Those are awesome. And of course, Don's going to shout out here in a second the boonie hats, which are amazing at Gigaparts. Gigaparts, 5% off on select items. If you use Tank at checkout, 5% off, and it helps me, Tank Radio, and I appreciate it. Final note. And yes, I did some songs comment. We are going to probably do a giveaway when I'm done. Audio podcasts. My audio podcasts come out every week. And then you're like, Frank, how do you do every week podcast when you only live stream twice a week or twice a month? Well, there's content there that's not on YouTube. So go over there. It's amazing content, and it is so much fun. Just search Tank at any podcaster app you have. You will find it. And Don asked me, where is the Boonie Hats link? Here we go. Boonie Hats. They are awesome. I actually had to buy another one, but I found my other original Boonie hat. All right, and I'm going to pull in our amazing guest here. How you doing, Jarrett? And what you been up to, man?
I'm doing good. First off, two things.
Yeah.
Congrats on 6,000 subscribers. That's insane.
Thank you.
I remember when you first kind of kicked this off, and it was sub 1,000. I remember.
Yes.
I remember somebody, trying to get you to the 1,000. I remember that. Secondly, are we related? I'm looking at these two. I'm looking at these two Zoom windows. I was born in the Hearst, Euless, Bedford area. You're in that area. I don't know.
Arlington.
We got
Arlington Memorial
Arlington.
Hospital.
Yeah, I got kin in Arlington.
Mm-hmm.
I've been great. I appreciate you coming on or having me come on. It's been a minute since I've been on any sort of YouTube thing, and I haven't been on years before. So and you're always loud and fun, and I enjoy that very much.
I think I tried to invite you at one time, but you were very busy at the moment with work. And then it was one of Mike's videos recently. He's talking about HAMRS Pro, and I was like, man, that is awesome. And I saw him show off some of the new tools and features. I was like, that's so cool. And then I was like, why can't I reach out to Jared and see if you are available? And you said yes. I was like, yes.
You got into my Discord DMs.
Yeah, I did slide in. Well, at first I hit you up and I'm like, hey man, this is Frank, for Tank Radio, and you just fired it back. I know who you are.
I know who Tank Radio is, yeah.
I was trying to be polite.
I hear it in my head. Anytime somebody says it, it just goes off. I've got this weird auditory hallucination in my head of Tank Radio. It happens.
Radio!
Yeah.
So you graciously gave us a number of 1-year codes for HAMRS Pro.
For HAMRS Pro Sync. So I want to say HAMRS, I rewrote HAMRS. HAMRS desperately need to be rewritten because when I wrote the original version in 2020, there were two things. I was just riddled with COVID, and that was why that project came to be. And so there were some decisions made during a COVID fever dream that I always had to pay the price for. And yeah, so I rewrote HAMRS. It desperately needed to happen, and it's been fantastic since. All the things that needed to happen for me to keep things updated have been happening. So the only thing everything that you see in HAMRS tonight that we'll show you are HAMRS Pro, and we'll get into why that had to be a thing. Everything is free. You pay the $4.99, though it is free right now on both the Play Store and iOS right now.
Is it a
So
whole
go
new
grab it
app
while
or
it's free.
is it just an
It's a
auto
whole
update?
new app. Yeah, and that was the
Oh,
kind of the thing. That's why the Pro had to happen, because app bundle IDs need to be different. And I was like, Hammers 2, Hammers Plus, Hammers, I don't know. So it's the same thing, but
HAMRS
there is a
Tank
sync
radio
feed.
version in green.
It's a little it's a little long. Uh, but yeah, sync is one of the key features. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have multiple devices, you can pay for a sync subscription,
Mm-hmm.
which is I think $1.99 a month or like $20 for a year, and it syncs everything. That's the only paid feature. You can import and export logs all day. So if you don't want to pay for sync, or if you just want to use the online version, there's logger.hammers.app. So
I,
you can sign up for that,
we're
and
going to
that's
get
always
into it
synced.
really
Yeah,
fast, but let's do a giveaway off the bat. Two
do it.
people have guessed the word. The word is hammers, all capitalized. So if you put hammers in, I'm using Nightbot, and we did a live stream over the week just playing with it. The key word is hammers, and we're going to give a free year of the HAMRS Pro Sync. So let's get those rolling in. And just real fast, a programmer's note: at the top of the hour is going to be a Gigaparts giveaway, and I announce what it is
That's
when
why
we
I'm
get
here,
close to
actually. I'm just trying to get in. I'm just trying to get in on
it.
that.
Everyone is invited to that. We have currently 98 people. Um, yeah, they're just rolling in. That is awesome. 32 entered. It takes a moment for this to update fully, but I'm seeing it jumping. Woo! But I am going to pour myself a little bit of whiskey. When we're done, we're really going to have fun. I'm looking forward to that. Um, let's roll those in a second. Kind of, when they're still typing hammers, I want to kind of get to my first question, and you hinted a little bit about it already. What was the inspiration for hammers minus COVID? What itch or niche you were trying to itch, or were you just like, I need to program something because I'm bored? Because that happens to
uh,
me too.
no, yeah, I think that's always a part of it. I became a ham in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very new. I grew up around hams. My grandfather was a ham. He was a part of your Grapevine
Yes.
amateur radio club.
Yep. Yep.
Hark also, is that what Hark also, Hearst Amateur Radio Club? Um, so yeah, I'd grown up. My parents were hams. It was always something I wanted to do. Finally, again with COVID, what better time than now? So I got my ticket and immediately latched on to the POTA stuff. That to me was like the most exciting thing. I remember my grandfather in like 2018 showing me FT8, and he's like, "Look, I'm in the living room, and my computer's talking to another computer through, and it's all like automatic and all this redundancy." And I'm like, "Well, I mean, yeah, sure, of course you can, right? Like, of course we should be able to do that." But POTA, taking a small radio out with a battery and a compromised antenna, that's black magic, and I really like that. And I like being outside as well. But yeah, then I started like looking around at like logging programs, and being an engineer who's been in the web world for 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
there was nothing that really just kind of like fit the kind of UI and the flow that I'm used to. And so I just kind of wrote it for myself, and I threw it out on the POTA I don't know, Facebook group, I think probably.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, here's if you want to use this, use it. And then it kind of blew up on me. In a good and a bad way. I wasn't expecting it to be as big as it was, and I didn't have a lot of time to devote to it. But yeah, that was the original thing. It was just I wanted something that looked and felt like something I was kind of used to using. There's a lot of great, powerful software
Mm-hmm.
in the ham radio world, but it just didn't give me that kind of like ease of use feel.
Mm-hmm.
There have been since, and I'm so happy about it. There have been so many good loggers that have come along. The World Radio League's logger, I
Mm-hmm.
think, because those guys did ham radio prep, which is what I used to. I really liked their app. Again, I'm kind of a UI nerd. Like if it's got good UI, I'll use it. Ham radio prep. I used their app to, and they've come out with a WRL. They're hiring, by the way. If you
Mm.
have 10, like if you want to go work on a ham radio app, WRL is hiring, which I think is fantastic that they can support that. I think it was like a 10-hour part-time thing, but it could be a
Oh
full-time
wow.
thing. They're kicking out some great stuff. They've got a whole team, which is great. There's the Ham 2K logger. There's so many good loggers now.
Hmm.
I think it's fantastic. So hopefully, if I contributed anything to the ham radio world, those people going, you know what, we can do a little bit better with
I
some of this.
I think you nailed it. So let's go ahead and choose the first winner. I'm going to make sure the latest one's in there. And we're going to choose the first one right now. Boom. And it says Roy KC9 Alpha Papa Sierra. Congratulations. So, in order to claim these, I am going to need an email from you. And my email address is tankhamradio@gmail.com. Tankandhamradio@gmail.com. We'll get you to me, and I will get you the code. The next winner is Pat Whiskey 3 Romeo Golf Alpha. Woo! Congratulations. I'm going to need an email from both of y'all. I might be able to look y'all up on the QRZ, and I just need to note these now. While I do a little bit of admin stuff, I think your app itched a niche that wasn't quite itched yet, logging on the mobile platform,
Hmm.
and then that's where it really stood out for me, because all the loggers before then on the mobile platform were garbage. I didn't like them. I didn't even like to talk about them. And like one of the jokes we kept, we were saying around the fire pit at field days between Jason, me, and Mike is, what logger do you use? And I think one, we were joking with each other and messing with each other. And two, I think we're all itching for something new.
Hmm.
At one day, HAMRS popped up, and we're like, what? And I forgot who did it first. Probably Mike. He's going to
I
take
think
credit for
it
everything.
might have been Mike. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I'm using HAMRS, and he sold us, and me and Jason instantly locked on. And I loved everything about it. The UI was clean. It was easy to use, easy to set up, easy to export, and it was beautiful. And we needed it, and it was the right kind of app and thing at the time, and it exploded.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. I think, like I said, there's a lot of, at the end of the day, Hammers is, logging is an easy thing to accomplish. There are, I can't imagine the folks who work on like, the FT8 software, like that,
Hmm.
like actual, I call it actual software, right? Like
Hmm.
those folks are killing it. But yeah, there's a lot of, it's a lot of folks. We're in a hobby industry really, so there's
Hmm.
just a lot of folks putting their time and using the the tools that they know how to use to build stuff. I just came with I guess a more modern tool set, and I built a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
So yeah, I just used that. I wanted it to be something that I would use, and it turned out that yeah. But like I said, I'm glad there's been an explosion of other loggers that folks are using, and I think that's great. I think anytime that like I think in an industry like this, like anytime you can get more folks going, you know what, let's build some new stuff. Because I'll have folks be like, "Have you seen this? Are you worried about?" I'm not worried about anything. Like people can use hammers or not.
Hmm.
There are plenty of other things out there, and they're all awesome. Like I said, WRL is very cool. I think it does a lot of cool stuff.
I
The other one, Polo Logger is a great
hmm
logger. Like there's always and people are even niching down more, which I think is even great. So like there's always some flavor. It's kind of like Linux. There's always some flavor that like, you know what, I like this flavor. I'm going to use that, and I think
hmm
that's more competition for quote unquote, like just more options. I think is great for such a small industry that we have.
I'm going to dig into a little bit here. What
Hmm.
language is it written in? Because you have it on Android, you have it on the computer, and you have it
Hmm.
on iPhone. Did you use a sandbox for it, or did you write it in a cross-platform idea?
Yeah. So going back to like one of the original reasons I wrote Hammers as well, whenever I need to or want to learn a new framework or new language. I kind of need like I call it like an adventure project. I'll watch tutorials, I'll go through docs, but I need something to get my hands on. At that point, when I was at Roll20, we were writing, I wanted to have our engineers rewrite our character sheets and create a new SDK for that.
Mm-hmm.
And the framework that I was using, having come from React, which is a JavaScript framework, I wanted to use this new framework called Vue. So under the hood, HAMRS is a Vue 3 application. Vue is fantastic. I know that folks, and I'm one of them, eschew JavaScript, but man, does it run the world. And so yeah, Vue. So HAMRS, the original HAMRS was a Vue 2 vanilla JavaScript app. The new HAMRS Pro, or just new HAMRS, is Vue 3 and TypeScript. So a lot of type checking, which is infinitely helpful if you have a type language. And then that served. So the great thing about a hybrid, I've written like native iOS, native Android, right? But you're always writing. And this is a problem we had at Roll20, like you're always double dipping, right? Like I have to write this feature in both of these code bases. Whereas if you can do a hybrid mobile application and something like HAMRS, which is, like I said, under the hood is very lightweight. Like you're just kind of like saving things to a database. A hybrid application is kind of the way to go. You get the most bang for your buck. So it's a kind of a buy versus build sort of situation. So it made a lot of sense. So the mobile app is wrapped with Capacitor, which most apps are. Discord, if you've used Discord, their mobile app is a Capacitor app and is also hybrid native. The desktop versions are wrapped in Electron, which also like something like Discord or Slack or tons of stuff is that. Those are the only two. Yeah, and there's the web build. But yeah, with Electron, I'm able to build out for kind of any desktop. And with Capacitor, I'm able to build out for any mobile and do like progressive web app too.
So it's like you wrote it kind of once and you're able to export
right at once,
here,
built,
boom,
yeah,
boom,
right at
boom,
once,
boom,
ship
boom.
it everywhere.
Did you
100%.
have any like cross-platform issues? Well, it's working here, but the Apple version, I gotta tweak
There's
that code
there's
a
some
little
glue,
bit.
and there's always going to be, right? There's always going to be some integration layer that you need to write to get things to work just right, or there'll be times where you need to dip into like native things to get it to work. It's getting far and few between. Just from nerd talk, it's getting far and few between. There are so many apps that that you have on your phone now that you would not know are non-native, that they are like a hybrid app.
I think that's the best way to go, especially for mobile these
From a
days.
business perspective, I mean, it makes a ton of sense, right? Like I don't have to hire. Speaking from my experience, I don't have to hire an iOS and an Android engineer. I don't have to wait for this feature to be built for both. There's a lot of glue you can do with like Kotlin and all this other stuff. Like we can get it. This is a ham radio podcast, but I'd love to have these conversations with somebody. But yeah,
But you found the right person. If you want to nerd out more about that, we'll get Don in here, and he will tell us why we're wrong for not using C.
Yeah. Hey, I like C. I do enjoy C.
Yep. Well, that's awesome. And so you wrote HAMRS and you took a break for a while. Like you said, you got really busy at Roll20. And the HAMRS kind of, lack for a better word, went stale a little bit.
It did. Oh, I mean, it went dormant. Yeah, one of the problems with HAMRS from the get-go was sort of the automated build systems weren't there. I didn't have them. I didn't write them. So any time I needed to fix a bug, be it just a breaking everybody's pissed bug or just something small, it would take so much effort to actually just get all the build systems like into the like. Oh, there's a one-line thing, but then to build it all into all these things, take like a few hours. Everything now is completely automated. But yeah, life happened. My grandfather, who was my Elmer, he passed. That was rough. That kind of kept me from wanting to do any sort of ham radio stuff for a little while. Though his at the Hearst EMC, I'm super proud that like his hex beam is now on the top of the EMC there. So they're using that for the EMC. Yeah, the EOC, what would I say? EOC. Yeah, the EOC at Hearst, which is like the fire station, I think.
Yep.
He's got an IC 7300 there. I think that we donated a lot of stuff. I have his Flex though. That went to me. So I have,
of course, yes. Come on,
Flex 6600.
You don't donate a Flex.
But yeah, so that was rough. And then a year later, my Nana, his wife, she passed as well.
Oh.
So with all of that, with like kids, with just life, yeah, man, like it was tough to work on stuff, and tough to work on kind of a thing that was like something I geeked out with my grandfather, and was always like running to him, going, "Hey, Papa, what does this mean?" Because I was a very new ham, and so people were asking me like, "Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you have this?"
Hmm.
And I have to go, "Papa, what's cabrillo?" Like all these like questions, right? And so it was tough. So yeah, a lot of life happened. It went super dormant, and that was both like life, but also just like I didn't have the build. I didn't have the like. It took a lot of effort to get something small out, if that
Hmm.
makes sense, right? To where now we have a great Discord
Yes.
server for HAMRS Pro. Go check it out. You can get to it from hammers.app. And somebody will come up with an idea there, and it'll be shipped out the next day, and everything's just boom, automatic. As soon as as soon as like tests pass and it goes into CI/CD pipeline,
Hmm.
I mean, it's out, it's built, it's ready to go. I don't have to mess with any of that anymore, which
When
is
you
super great.
a nerd question here. When
Mhm.
you do a update and release, is there that will that automatic pipeline immediately push to the Play stores and force the update on the phone, or notify the user as an update, or do you have to trigger it somehow?
Most of it. There's still like one or both for Apple, for the place, both for the place, for both mobile stores. There's still like one. I gotta go push a button.
Hmm.
I gotta submit it because Apple reviews everything. Google reviews most things.
Hmm.
They let most stuff go through, but there's still a little bit of involvement there. But the cycles have come down. So like I'll push out something, it'll build. Desktop folks will get it, in maybe 5 minutes.
Hmm.
Web will get it in 5 minutes, and then mobile folks will get it like the next day, as soon as like Apple has put their stamp of approval on it.
Can you
Google
send
Play goes a little faster.
little quick programmer note? Can you send me a link to join the Discord, and we could throw that into the chat?
Yeah.
Cool. While you dig that up, the next Kurt, guess the next keyword. The next keyword we're going to give away two more subscriptions here is going to be Pro with a capital P. Pro. Sweet. Thank you.
Is that the right thing? Like it's an invite thing? That's just what I
Yeah.
have on the website. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know.
The one that
I'm
never
in,
expires.
that's the one. Yeah.
HAMRS Discord server. It's going to get buried as soon as I do this. Everyone's
I
going to
love.
start
It's
doing
been so
Pro.
good. I had like a static, like forum type server going
Hmm.
for a long time, and it was great. There were tons of people there. But this is more like I can get in when we were figuring out rig control, when we were figuring out all this stuff. Like there were people there who'd be like, "Oh, I can test it on this. I can test it on this." It was a lot more like real time. It was great.
Awesome. Um, so you went dormant for a while.
Hmm.
What brought you back interested in wanting to upgrade hammers?
Yeah, that's a good question. I felt that there was a lot more. Well, two things. I was really happy to see a lot of stuff pop up, and that always gets me excited. I love the ham radio community. This sounds weird, but I'm a part of like a bunch of different communities, right? Like I like to ride motorcycles. I like to hunt and fish and shoot and all of that.
Hmm.
The ham radio community scratches a weird like tech itch for me too. Like we can software engineers can talk. I can talk to like brilliant electrical engineers, and I can talk to just some other person who's just been a ham for forever. Like I don't know, it's just a great community. And then like the YouTube community that all of you have like started. I don't know. I like contributing to this community. I think is my point. So yeah, I always kind of felt like there was always a nagging feeling of like, man, it was just never. I never got it to where it could have been, or like all the plans that I had in my head for it, and I wanted to get back to it. I knew that like I'd have to essentially just rewrite it from the ground up.
Did you have like a dry erase board of ideas that you kept in the corner? You're like,
Oh man, I mean, no, there's a Jira. There was a Jira back. I use Jira for, yeah.
oh,
There's a Jira backlog of things that never got done that are now have been done. So yeah, there was just a Jira backlog that was just I had to dust off.
hmm.
Indiana Jones style, just when all the dust flew off of it. I'm like, oh yeah, these were good ideas. So yeah, I just never, but I knew that I couldn't. With the current system, the way it was built, and some of the decisions that I made early on that seemed fine at the time, but not at scale. Um, yeah, I wasn't going to be able to like accomplish those things. So I really just wanted it to like be at its final form at some point, and we're getting there. There's been a lot of cool stuff that it does now that it never did or never probably could have
Hmm.
in its previous iteration.
Cool. All right. I think that's a nice point here to pause for a minute. We're going to give away a 1 year subscriptions to HAMRS Pro Sync, and there we go. Greg, Whiskey 3, Papa Alpha Kilo. Congratulations. You're the next winner of The Price is Right. No, the 1 year subscription. Dude, I could totally pull that off. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Price is Right. And today we're going to be bidding on. All right, and we're going to roll another one here. Same list. I just saw one or two more people. Yep, they're in the list. And here we go. Ham Radio Tectonics. Bill, I know where to get you. You're fine. Greg, though, if you can email me, and I will get you that subscription code probably tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'm going to bet tomorrow at the cigar bar evening. That's when I end my emails. Congratulations. And to Bill, they, that's a great prize for you. Bill's always in the field doing stuff. So, here's the fun part I've been looking forward to. What are some of the cool new features in HAMRS Pro?
There's tons, man. Do you want me to like share and kind of
Yes.
walk through some stuff?
Yep, I'm glad you gave me the heads up so I get the screen ready and go
I don't know
for it.
how it looks on your end. Let me show allow.
Until you share, it looks like infinite screen. There it goes.
See, is that working? Is that big enough? So, for the most part, everything should look very familiar. I like the UI that I have,
Mhm.
though we do have dark mode. That was a huge thing for
Oh.
everybody. People love, people love dark mode, so you can have dark mode now. Yeah, things that it didn't do that it does now. You can import logbooks. This keeps you from having to pay for a sync if you don't want to have a sync, right? Like if you're me, like I would go out and activate POTA. I would use HAMRS on my iPad
Mhm.
with a keyboard, like an adult, because I don't know how you guys do it on a phone. Honestly, Mike Kademer always did it. And I was like, man, there's only so much I can squeeze onto a screen. Though I think Polo Logger does it,
Mhm.
or Polo Logger does a really good job
What one of
if
your
you just want to be on a phone.
updates that I really loved is at one point you got the keyboard plus the numbers to show, so I didn't
Hmm.
have to go back and forth, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
in
that
my
got
life
left out,
100 times.
but it's out now. It just came out.
Mhm.
It'll come out in tomorrow's release. But yeah, somebody was like, "Hey, where is that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that." They mentioned it on the Discord, and I got it done this weekend.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would go out and work on my iPad, and I would save it to like save the ADIF to my iCloud, whatever. And then I
Mhm.
would pull it in and, do all that sort of stuff. Now I can just import that in if you have other things, which is great. So importing ADIFs from wherever, it's totally cool. Rig control is probably my favorite thing right now. We did it real quick. This was somebody's like fast and loose idea on Discord. Like, hey, can you just like hook it up to FL Rig? Because FL Rig has a server that you can just like send commands to.
Mhm.
There are other ways to do it through like hamlib, but then I have to like make the interface for like choosing cat control and all this sort of stuff. And I was like, yeah, we could do that, or I could just see if this works. And we got this feature out in like literally 20 minutes into people's hands to
Oh,
like
I so
test.
want to dig into that, but this is not the time.
It's super cool. So if I go to like my POTA hunting,
Mhm.
now I have I'll go to rig control here. I have a little I forgot what they're called. K8MRD, not a K8MRD, KM4ACK put me onto these little micro computers from like B-Link. They're like, I don't know, it's got like an i7 in it. Anyway, I just have one called RadioBot. And it's sitting there, it has FL Rig open, and it's talking to my FT991. So it's working. So I can go to a logbook, and I have like one on here that's my actual POTA hunting one, and I can go to spots. And I'll just do SSB, and you can see like, oh, here's a little rig control. Now you can't hear or see, but maybe if I turn it up, like,
I could hear it. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just tuning to all of these stations, seeing what I can hear. I can copy this up like normal, and it shows me which active spot I'm in, which is great. Somebody has a great idea of like, oh, I want to be able to like scan. We have a ticket to
Mm-hmm.
like I say we because I talk to all these folks on Discord,
Yeah.
and they're like my little like
Brain trust.
for real, my little like product team. They're coming up with ideas, and I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, we can do that. So rig control is great. There's a lot of folk. I do it when I'm hunting. Like I'll just sit here and like poke around and like see what I can hear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, I can hear them. I'll copy that in, and I'll call CQ and be good to go. So rig control is a fun one. What else? Now I'm blanking on all the things I do. Oh, the other cool thing that one of the things that I hated about the old hammers is that a lot of people wanted to use it for other stuff. Wanted to use it for worldwide flora and fauna,
Mm-hmm.
WWFF. Is that right?
You
Wanted to
hated
use
that
it
they wanted
for
it, or you
no,
you
no, no.
hated
Sorry,
that you
yeah,
couldn't accommodate?
that. Sorry,
Yeah.
I hated that they wanted to do not post.
Ugh,
No, no,
flora,
no.
fauna. Who can say that
Yeah, so I'd
word?
have to like somebody would come and be like, "Hey, can you do this?" I'm like, "Well, you're gonna have to tell me like what that is. Like, tell me what fields you need."
Mm-hmm.
And so under the hood when I rewrote Hammers 2, all of these logger views are it's just a config file. I wrote
Mm-hmm.
an engine to like spit this thing out.
Beautiful.
Um,
I love it, like a decorator pattern.
like kinda, yeah.
Boom.
It's a factory plus a decorator, but yeah.
Yes.
So you can go make your own custom templates. I can go in here. Now this looks a little wonky. We're still working on we're still working. I'm gonna keep saying we for my little shout out to all my Discord folks. But yeah, I can go in here and create a template. All the different fields I want. So I can go in here and like add a row. This is giving me like a real time view of what's going on here. So if I need like I
I
don't
don't know
know
what
other
happened. You just got quieter.
I got quieter.
Yeah.
I can scream.
Yeah. It got quieter.
I don't know.
I'll bump you up on the audio out, so that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Um, so yeah, like I can do like, oh, maybe I want something with like my antenna azimuth or whatever, and I can go in here and like create all the different like fields and stuff that I want. I can even give it like mobile responsive things. This is really cool. Folks have done, and then I can like, what I wanted to do is like, oh, people are going to create these
Mm-hmm.
and I want to be able to like share. So if you go to the Discord,
Oh.
there's a thing for like, there's a channel for, oh my gosh, custom templates. And
Mm-hmm.
so it gives you a little code. So Dom the Dorita, who's a over on the Dom from HRCC, the
Mm-hmm.
HRCC Discord. He is a big sat guy. So he made a template for satellite ops, and he posted his code here, so I can import this. And here it all is. So there's everything. It looks kind of
Oh.
crazy there, but here's what he created. So you can go in here and you have full custom control over like, hey, what panels do you want? Panels
Is
just
this
being there's
only
only a
on the
couple of
desktop
them.
app to these
Nope.
customization? Oh, you can do this on the mobile too?
Yeah, it's a little sucky on a phone. There's a lot going on here. But the cool thing is, if you have sync, this all gets synced. Or if you just want to like export your code and copy it into your other code, then you don't have to worry about that.
So is that all
Um,
encoded in URL, or is that fetching it from the website?
this is this
I
little guy
see.
right here.
I see a hash. I forgot the hash
This is
name.
this is base 64 encoded. This is
Yes.
base 64 encoded JSON of a representation of this config.
I love
Yeah.
everything about that, Jared. I love it.
We're going for like I'm going for like easiest like we like one of the things that has been going on in the background of like this needs to be fast and loose in a good way. Like I want to get this into the hands of people to like test it. There's
Mm-hmm.
been so many times where I'll release this feature and be like, "Hey, go mess with this. It could break." Blah blah blah. Blah. Like like not core stuff, but like, "Hey, custom templates. Here it is." And then I'll make like a Discord channel just for that. I'll get all this feedback from folks. We'll try some things, and it's been great. So yeah, you can customize all the fields. You can customize what the table shows you. You can customize what counts as a dupe. Hammers does like dupe checking, right? So like if I don't know what satellites dupes are, but if you were doing like POTA. If the QSO date matches and the band matches, the band matches and the POTA reference matches, then that should alert that that's a dupe. So you have full control over that. You have full control, we call them sticky fields, over like what fields stay between QSOs. So I want the frequency, my sat mode, my satellite name, owner call sign, my grid square, all of that same. So this is just like Dom made this. It's great. I don't do sat stuff. I want to get into it. I've bought all of the things to do. So, like I've got an arrow antenna and all these. It's just one of those things. But yeah, and he made this, and then other people can take this and like they'll come in and like make little tweaks, or they'll make tweaks to like the main POTA template, and they'll do their own version and post that. So like we got this whole community going with like people making custom templates, which I think is just totally cool.
Oh,
and at some point, if people are like, "Hey, this is good, this is solid," then I'll just like pull it in as like a default template. I'll just add it, right? So if somebody wants like the 10-meter ARRL, thing, every ADIF field is in here. So any field that you want, there's a billion of them, but any field that you want, you can go find them. If it's an ADIF field, because under the hood, all QSOs are just an ADIF representation in JSON, which I wrote actually a TypeScript library if somebody ever needs to do that. I open sourced it. It's out there.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, custom templates are super cool. You can create them, do whatever you want. That was a cool thing. What else? There's just been so many rig control. Oh, uploading stuff to if you have a paid QRZ subscription, then you can come do your POTA, come here, upload everything to QRZ straight from HAMRS.
Beautiful.
Which is super cool. Saves you doing that.
I will probably take. Nope, I won't do that because I don't pay for QRZ.
You should. No, I don't know if you should or shouldn't. I use it. It's great. You can add spots. You can spot yourself from HAMRS. That's a new thing. Man, there's been a ton. What else? I'm blanking. That might be. There's just a lot of stuff under the hood to make things faster. For like, I had a guy on Discord who had like a log of like 4,000 QSOs, and things were bogging down a little bit. So a lot of stuff went into like making that all work, making the QSO map work for that. QSO map you have full control over. There's gray line now. Somebody wanted that. Got that done in like 5 minutes. All these cool little things that somebody comes up with as an idea, and I can push them out.
How did you work with QRZ, or are you pulling the other guy's information when you insert their call sign? Where you're pulling that from? Is that still QRZ, or because I know you had some problems with it?
You have so QRZ, if you have. There are 3 options that you can choose from currently as your lookup service: HAMQTH, HAMDB, and QRZ. HAMQTH you have to have a login for. HAMDB is free, but it's great, but it doesn't have a lot of like DX folks, I don't think. QRZ is mostly free. QRZ has a free version. You have to put your credentials in to HAMRS, but I don't think you get a grid square if you don't pay for it. I think we realized this last weekend somebody was asking about it. So if you don't pay, you don't get a grid square. But HAMDB, if you don't pay for anything, is probably the one I would choose. Whoever's that guy is over there who makes HAMDB is doing a hell of a job. Really like his work. But yeah, I pay for QRZ. So I get like all the data, and then I push up everything to QRZ because I don't ever want to touch logbook of the world. Speaking of things that Jarrett doesn't want to do because the UI is convoluted, logbook of the world. I did one time and set it up.
Yeah.
But I upload everything from HAMRS straight into QRZ, and then QRZ to logbook of the world, because you can do that within QRZ. So I don't ever touch logbook of the world stuff. That's kind of like my workflow for things. What else is new?
I don't know. A second to think about. We'll do one more giveaway, and then we are going to do the final one at the top of the hour. I'm going to clear all entries. What should be the giveaway keyword? Cat control?
Rig control.
Rig
Rig
control.
control has been so much fun.
Rig control. Did I spell it? I did not spell it right. I'm just gonna do rig. There we go. Boom.
Rig, there you
Don is in there already. I don't know how he did that.
go.
It's probably searching the list. The next keyword it is rig with a capital R. Um, as these come in and roll in, I want to announce. Oh, I didn't set up this scene. The giveaway that Gigaparts is going to be giving us is that's not the right layover. Studio, no. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Boom. Transition. Here we go. It's going to be the Intellatron stainless steel telescope scope, and I forgot what bands it's for. It is for 14 megahertz FM, 14 it's collapsible. It is not that, doesn't weigh that much. You'd think I would have looked this over beforehand, but I did-ish. Where is this? Continuous coverage of 14 megahertz FM, continuous broadcasting, blah, 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 14. Sweet, but we're giving the 17-inch whip from Intellatron. This is going to be the TA 1317, and that's going to be at the top of the hour. 72.
Those things are great.
Yeah.
I have the Chameleon 17 whip. I have a lot of Chameleon stuff, but there's 17, and I have a big roof rack on my FJ, and I just mounted like the clamp mount CB thing to it, and so like that entire roof rack's my ground plane, and I'll just throw the 17-foot one of these on there, and 20 meters is amazing, and I don't have to worry about like radials and all that sort of stuff. It's a great, having one of these is fantastic.
This is awesome. So we'll be giving that away at the top of the hour. Right now we're going to do 2 more subscriptions to HAMRS Sync, and that's going to be my next question. What's HAMRS Sync get you?
Oh, so yeah, it syncs everything. So underneath everybody
Pin on it. Let's give the winners away so we can dig into it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I was just giving the heads up. The first one's gonna be Hank Whiskey 6 India Romeo. What are you doing? There. I want a copy. There we go. Congratulations, Hank. Woo! All right, and the second one we're gonna roll again is Ben Kilo 6 Zulu India. I'm gonna need both of y'all, and if you won something, to email me at tankcamradio@gmail.com, tankcamradio@gmail.com, and I can get you those codes. All right, so what's the sync get you?
Yeah. So I want to say everybody who's interested in HAMRS should sign up for a free web version. It's weird to say web version, but a free account over at HAMRS.app. You always have the web version. That always syncs, right? Like it's synced to the cloud. You don't have to worry about stuff. Rig control is coming to there too. Rig control doesn't exist on the browser yet, but it will very shortly. So yeah, if you're like me, you have a desktop app, you have a laptop, you've got mobile. Like I was always importing and exporting everything, getting everything to sync. Sync just you sign up for a subscription, you get an API key, you stick it into. I can't go to this tab without revealing all of my credentials for things. But the integrations tab, there's a place to go and just put the key in there, and it just works. Oh, and by the way, you can sign up. Once you sign up, you get a free 30-day trial of Sync, so you can just test it out.
Well, I was just looking at the prices page, and these are $2 a month.
$2 a month. Yeah, I'm not trying to retire on HAMRS, but there is at
$20 a year. That's come
You
on.
get 2 months.
You can pay for this as the fictitious change in your couch, but none of uses cash anymore. So this isn't.
And I tried to make it like it's not necessary, but it
Mhm.
is nicer, right? Like
Mhm.
you can import and export all the ADIFs you want. So if you export it from your phone, you can import it into your like base station version of Hammers or whatever. So sync isn't necessary, but it makes it nicer. One cool thing that somebody did, and they're like, "Hey, can we do this?" And I was like, I mean, yeah, it seems like you could give it a
Mhm.
try." During Winter Field Day, a club paid for for a subscription, and then they gave all of their members their API key, and I go plug it into Hammers, and then
We
all of they all synced, and then they were all working the same logbooks.
we tried to get that running, but we couldn't, like,
Didn't work for you?
did not work for us.
Weird.
That was our first go to, was Mike
I
had
got a
the
guy.
API key, and we kind of tried that. But you probably put that on your backlog. Sell a key to a club, and that can be distributed to as many
Yeah, I
people
mean
as
it
you
should
need it.
work. What
Yeah.
I think was is we need like have a profile that belongs to a key. But they did it and worked fine for them. But yeah, it's all live. There's a lot of like really cool tech going on the sync side, because the fun problem that Hammers had, that was cut from a phone engineering problem, is the offline first. It's extremely rare, not even extremely rare. It was unheard of for me to ever have to worry about offline
Mm-hmm.
uh, stuff in my world, right? Like everything's hyper connected. I worked in like online gaming, right? Like you're either online or you're offline. If you're
Mm-hmm.
offline,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who you are. But like Hammers, yeah, people are on like a summit somewhere, and they don't have internet connectivity, so I have to like do all of this like crazy stuff to keep everything persistent and then reconcile it afterwards when you come back and sync.
Mm-hmm.
So under the hood, there's a CouchDB is a great Apache project for this, and it does all this incredible deterministic like locking and figuring out like who had the last commit and all this sort of like nerd stuff. So it does all the collision detection of like, oh, this client edited this QSO or added this QSO, and then this client over here edited that QSO. I need to sync it back. It does all of that. It's great. So there's a lot of cool stuff there. But basically, sync just syncs. Everything works. If I go and create something, a logbook or a QSO or whatever, as soon as I go, open up my phone, it's all there.
Mm-hmm.
It all syncs between all those devices. Again, not necessary. I didn't want it to ever be like I don't like paywalled features a lot. Just I don't know.
Well, it makes sense
Um,
once you start needing a server and maintaining a
yeah,
server.
there's just costs there.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit. I want to be able to like pay people to work on Hammers too. I've got a friend of mine who is a local guy. He's worked on some stuff for me, and I'd like to be able to pay him if I can't do things. He helped me get a lot of the stuff when we were rewriting things off the ground. Wouldn't be able to do it if I didn't have to, had money to give him. So I don't want Hammers to be in a position again where like if life happens that like it just it
Mm-hmm.
it goes dormant again. And so I don't think we're there. But yeah, I didn't want sync to be like a, hey, you have to do this or you're just going to lose out. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can still import and export. It is manual, but you're not, you're not like gated from doing those
It
things.
totally
Just
makes
makes your
sense
life a
to
little
me.
easier. Yeah.
Um, have my SAR friend VE5 SAR Headnomics. Thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, "Congratulations on the 6K tank. Thank you.
For
I
real.
appreciate that." And Don just dropped another $20 super chat, or a $20 super chat. Congrats on the 6K, Frank. Thanks for having Jarrett on here. Yes, dude.
You've hustled for this 6K, man. You've earned
Thank you.
every one of those. Every
Thank
one of
you.
those people, man.
It,
You've
it's
just been
been
doing the
it's been a
work.
while. It was fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing this more. Um, is there any other features? Because if that's it, I'm gonna probably open it up and just kind of. Jason's not live streaming, so I'm gonna take over some of his time.
You got all this Sunday night time.
I know, right?
Uh, there's a lot of little stuff, a lot of little quality of life things. I
Hmm.
would say everybody download it because again, it's free right now. It'll be not free. It'll be $4.99
Hmm.
again, the normal like you got to buy it once
Hmm.
per app store and then that's it. But I
And
wanted people
that's
who
an
like
easy cost.
maybe had just got the old version to not be like, well, I got to buy it again. Like I'm not trying to retire on
Yeah.
Hammers money. I couldn't.
For for how
So
much I
go.
use hammers? $5.
I'm
Yes.
that's what makes me happy. I'm glad that people liked it. Go download it. It's free right now in both the stores. Go sign up for a free account. You can always use the logger. It's like logger.hammers.app. That's
Mm-hmm.
always the same. And then you can try like throwing an API key in there. You get it for like 30 days. Test it out. See if you want sync. If not, don't use it. Import export. Like it's totally fine. Definitely though, get into the Discord. See what's going on there. There's a channel called Currently Working On. If I go pull a Jira ticket into
Mm-hmm.
like in progress, it automatically goes into the Currently Working On and says like Jarrett's working on this thing. Like it's that's been a lot of I've got such a good set of dudes who've also come over from the discourse forum that used to exist for hammers. We just have a blast over there. Tons of smart people come up with tons of smart ideas, testing things out. If you got a feature or a bug, there's places to do it for there. If you need support, there's tons of people there to help. But definitely go download it right now while it's free. I'll tell everybody that. I think it's free. The Google Play Store, you can only run a sale for like 8 days. So I don't know when that's leaving. And then I think iOS, it'll be free for like another 2 weeks or something like that.
Okay.
Go tell everybody to download it while it's free. So it's totally fine.
You got the word out here. I'm going to say thank you to Paul, who gifted 10 subscriptions. Thank you, Paul. And that is awesome. I really do appreciate it. And then we had another super chat from James, says, congratulations on the 6K. And he gave me the tank radio. Woo! I love it. And he did a $10 super chat. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I think I got everything I need.
I think it's cool that you have your own. Nobody else has their in all of these all of these YouTube channels. Nobody else has their like own little emoji guy.
I know. And it was given to me. I didn't even create it. Someone threw it in the chat, and I was like, I love that so much. That is totally me. And Don Izzo puts a tilde at the end for our smoking brothers out there. So we got the cigar smoking.
Gotcha.
I got some questions here real fast, and while we read these off, all my friends out there, Paul, Mike, Don, if you want to come back in, you're more than welcome to. Is the same Zoom link. We're just gonna rock out until we get bored, and celebrate the 6,000 with just us hanging out and having fun. Now, since Jason's not streaming, I'm gonna take the time. So it's the same Zoom link. If you hit me up in Discord, I could give it to you again. The questions I got here is, are Lee's asking, he doesn't see HAMRS Pro on the Play Store. How do
I think he was way up there.
It's at the beginning.
I put a link to it. If you go to hammers.app, there's a link there that should get you there. I'm not sure why you're not seeing it in the Play Store. I think if you're in the US, you definitely should. If you're in, there's places the Play Store wouldn't let me put it. If you're in the US, if you're in most places, you can see it. I don't know. Grab it from hammers.app, HTTPS hammers.app. If it's not working there, let me know.
Sweet, sweet. And Don is asking for multi-platform. Have you considered using Docker?
Yeah. I mean, I use Docker. I mean, I run it in Docker when I'm working on it. I don't know why that wouldn't work. Not a lot of people. Why do you need? You just want to. He just wants to show off Docker for reasons. Yeah, I mean, I could do a build, and you could Docker. Let me think about that. I don't know why you couldn't. That would save me a lot of work, actually. If everybody could learn, if all of you in here could learn how to stand up a Docker image, it would make my life a ton easier.
Oh God! I'll tell you something off stream. Remind me about Docker and work. TC Fitz, $20 super chat. Happy Sunday. I appreciate it, man. You are awesome. And Don, can you? Oh, he's talking about when you're tuning from hammers. Can you have it tuned to a state? Like you're searching for Oklahoma in POTA. Can you have an options to filter and scan just a state?
Yeah, there's a filter. I just like unshared everything. There is a filter button. You can just type in what you want. So you can do like just US-OK. And that'll only show you spots that are in Oklahoma. It's also multivariate though. Somebody else had a great idea. So you can do like an exclamation point JA if you don't want to see like J like Japanese calls for like like I can't ever hear Japanese. So you can type in you can type in a lot of things. You can do US if you just like so you can do like US comma US dash M and it'll show you for like Michigan or Maine. There's a whole way you can filter whatever you want. But if you were just like looking for Oklahoma,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you can just do like you can just type in US dash OK and then it'll only show you those.
Sweet.
Park number. I mean, whatever. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. It's pretty smart that little location filter guy.
Love it. I love it. I'm
It's
just
free calling in Australia. That's what I'm saying. Go grab it while it's free.
all right. Well, so what else you got going on, man?
You know what? You guys just got slammed with weather, and I
Yeah.
don't know about you, but I've been. You know what? Okay, so I'm a work from home, which is great. But my wife is a teacher, and my kids are all in school, so nothing is worse than working at home and then getting a text message that school is closed for weather,
Ooh.
and then just hearing this energy start to permeate through the house. All this running around of little boys telling each other and screaming and then yeah, so I've been cooped up I feel like for the last 2 weeks because it got down to what like 30 or something
We
for you
got
guys in
15 in
Dallas.
Dallas.
15. We
15
had
for a
negative
day.
15 in Wichita.
Ooh.
So I think tomorrow I'm taking off or Tuesday I'm going to take off and I'm going to get the Harley, which I call the Podacycle. I got everything I need in a backpack, and I can strap it to my Harley. And I think I'm going to go down to Ponca City in Oklahoma City and
Nice.
activate because I haven't. It's been too cold, so I'm going to get out on the air. Look for me. Yeah, Ponca City I haven't been to, but it's a close like I haven't activated Oklahoma, and that's like the closest. It's like an hour away. There's something Pioneer Woman, something or other.
I just put in the chat the next giveaway for the final two the API keys is going to be 6K and a capital K, and that is live now. No, I need to highlight that. And Paul, come on in before your live stream. Hang out with us for a bit. There it is, 6K. And then we're going to roll two of these, and then I'm going to clear all the giveaway, and we're going to do the final Gigaparts Teletron stainless steel telescopic antenna. Sweet. Yeah, it really wasn't that bad for that 15 degrees. There was a little bit of mist here in the Dallas Fort Worth area. One of the days was below zero, and nothing stuck too
You
bad.
got actual below zero in
Well,
the DFW
well,
area?
not below zero, below freezing.
Below freezing.
Below
Yeah.
freezing. And that it wasn't that bad. I drove around on the roads that day, and I went to the office every day of the week, so it did not bother me one bit.
Tuesday it was negative 15 wind chill, and it was I think the high was 4, and then today it was 67.
Ooh.
I was like, all right, I need to get out of the
TC
house.
Fit says 60K. Yes. Let's get up there. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. I don't say that much because I hate saying that personally. If you
I'll
like
say it
me,
for you. Like and subscribe. I don't have any qualms. Like and subscribe. I don't get to say it. I don't have a YouTube channel. It's fun.
Coming up on the channel, we are going to be talking about next live stream. Nothing, because we are going to do we're going to kick back and do a cigar social, and we're going to have fun with all my ham radio friends. All right, we have 70 entries, and there's 128, 129 of y'all there. Woo! Look at that chat. The window wasn't active, so now it's catching up. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit the button for the first one. Solely Whiskey 3 Charlie X-Ray. Whiskey 3 Charlie X-Ray. Congratulations, Solely. You won a free API key for 1 year of HAMRS Pro Sync. All right, and this is your last chance for entries. Last chance. James, I see you now. And I'm going to give it another minute to catch up. And the possible final key of the night is We're ready? We're ready? I saw one more. Yes, yes. Ben, waiting for Ben. Ben's in the chat. Here we go. Choose a winner. Mark. I love how everyone's winning a call sign, so it's going to someone that will actively use it. Yay! November 5, Charlie Papa uniform. As I drink, it gets easier to say the phonetics. I don't know why, but it happens. If I hear them, I can recall it back pretty easy, but just reading it on their own is a little bit of a challenge for a dyslexic person. We got yay, Dawn coming on in. All right, we're clearing the entries one more time and setting this up. Keyword next, regular keyword, and the new entry is gonna be something gigapart tank. I was gonna do tank at checkout, but that's gonna be a little much. Just normal tank. And clear one more time with a capital T. There we go. It is live. You say their names so often and you egg them, and they finally eventually join. We got Paul coming up.
Oh, I gotta mute you.
There we go. Don, thanks for joining me earlier today. We chatted a lot, man. That was fun on the Tank Commander once a month call. And Paul, Pam Paul, he talks about what's coming up on your live stream.
Oh man. I'm
Got-
so tired. It's probably just going to be 30 minutes of talking.
It's gonna be fun. I'll watch it.
I just put up I relocated my mast, my push-up mast from my inverted V to make it simpler. So I'll
Virtual
probably
camera.
just show that.
Turn on your virtual camera.
I did. What is going on? I saw myself. Oh, it's not on. Wow.
See the OBS logo.
There it is. Hey,
Oh,
look at that beautiful tank Jeep. Future Jeep.
I hit recording, not virtual.
You know what's the worst button to hit? Start live stream when you meant to record.
Yeah.
There's several clips on me on my on the backlog. I just left them. I'm trying to talk to the camera, do something, and I think it's always Kyle that finds them first. It's like, yep, Frank did it again. Hit stream instead of the record button.
You got to have something that people can rely on for.
What year is that Cherokee?
This is a 2000.
2000.
Yeah, I'll probably bring it to the Go Kit Challenge next month.
I like it.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to the Go Kit Challenge. You got them scheduled to come on one of your live streams coming up.
No, it was last Sunday.
It was last Sunday.
Don't you have one?
We're gonna do a pre-recorded. So
okay. Yeah.
Just depends how long we talk. If it's a good 40 minutes or 50 minutes, it will just be released on the live stream, and I get to sit behind the scenes and jab everybody in the chat.
Nice.
And drink, and then I come back plastered, and then we'll see how the rest of the live stream goes. But it's probably we're gonna have some fun, and it's probably going to be released as a regular Tank Radio episode. We got 86 entries with Tank, and
there's Don.
Hey Don. Where is my Gigaparts 5% off? We'll throw that up on the screen as we roll out. I think this is the old link, but here it is. It's probably the old link. They'll get mad. Oh well. Here it is. 5% off. Tank at checkout. It still works. Tank all capitalized. And we are going to roll. I want the other Chrome window. There we go. And the winner is Tom. Kilo Beta. Why don't I want to say Beta 8? Papa Kilo Charlie. Congratulations. I lost it. You are the winner of the awesome Intellitron antenna. I'm going to have to mail that out. Gigaparts shipped it to me, so hopefully I can get that in the mail before next week. But Tom, congratulations. Woo! Boo, 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 boo.
So Frank, do you have any of those Intellitron masts in your store?
Let me
Just
find the
curious.
updated link. I'm gonna do the gallery view. Bam, and let me dig up the updated link, and we will look together. I think he's put some of the Telestron stuff on there for me.
Hmm.
I just I don't know which specific things. Yes, here is the new link. Bam, bam. We're gonna switch. Oh, I didn't copy it right because I also got my preamble text on it. Yes, I do. I have the 17-inch whip that we just gave away.
Right,
I
right.
have
I'm
the
talking.
new backpacks,
Yeah, do you have the mast though?
the mast.
Yeah.
Are
You have
the
a tripod, which is odd, but there's got to be a
yeah,
mast that
right
goes.
here, the 20-foot Premier Telescoping Compact Fiberglass mast is on there, not the POTA mast.
Right.
Check your mic, Don. You sound very roomy. Is that the
I
mic you
will.
intend?
The reason it's going to sound like that is because this is a desk mic.
That's fine. All right, it's fine. I was just letting you know. Yeah, the POTA masks that Mike has worked with them are not on there, but I still have all the Rig Expert line, a bunch of Intellitron, a couple of batteries, the
I'm waiting
tripod.
for the tripod to go down. Once that goes on a discount, I might buy it.
It's $300 right now.
Yeah, it's
You
got
get
to
a
be
five
less than
percent
that.
discount. That would give you.
That's true. I actually did punch it in once with your with your tank discount, and just it's still in the shopping cart. But
Yeah, yeah. That's a little much, but it looks like it's a nice
Well,
quality metal, and
now
yeah,
that is for the carbon fiber masts.
mm-hmm.
And so, uh,
it'll fit the ones I have.
yeah, yeah. And by the way, I was talking to Frank on the other uh, chat, the members chat. Those Intellitron masts, the fiberglass ones, are top notch. I've got one. Well, actually, sitting back right over there. That and it comes as a kit. And the kit part is basically you just slide the tubes together and you put the little latches onto it.
Mhm.
And so you end up with one of those like clip masts, but boy, are they sturdy. They're better than any fiberglass mast I've seen. The top section is probably not going to bend on you, even if you put like, I could probably put my 10-meter Moxon on the top of that mast and it still wouldn't bend. Wouldn't put my hex beam, but yeah, and they go up to 40 some odd feet. So very, very nice masts.
mm-hmm.
And
Then
I intend one day to do a video on it. I don't get out and do video.
And then Digirig is still on my page here. A bunch of M&P stuff. Waterproof voltage meters. Okay. Nice, nice. I got some new stuff by Gigaparts or Digirig, and I'm gonna be looking into that in a couple of weeks. I can't wait for it to warm up. Like it is too cold. I meant to go to the park this weekend and do some filming, but it was just too cold even on Saturday for me.
What's too cold for Texas though? Like 40. It
40.
was 40.
I didn't want to be outside and shivering and then poking at the keyboard as the contacts come in. Um, I could do 50, but when my hands get cold, it's over. Then I'm miserable and I can't use gloves and type.
I love this weather. It's the only time I can wear long sleeve
Mhm.
shirts.
Come to my office, you wear them every day. Even if it's
Yeah,
100 outside, it's still freezing.
I can work outside without getting just blown away with the heat.
Hmm.
It was 20 degrees last week when I was putting my antenna up. I don't mind that.
Mm,
I put a jacket and gloves and a hat on, and I'm good. But I can't get out of the hot, humid summer.
yeah, I drove down to Houston Wednesday, Thursday, Friday during the worst of it. And man, I can say that like I came out here and this door wouldn't shut, so I had to work on the door. In it was like early morning, so the coldest it could possibly be, and it was miserable.
Yeah. Sean said fingerless gloves. Now, then my fingers will get cold.
Yeah.
I, I,
Hey.
I'm I am not a cold person. I used to be in college. I was
Mhm.
short sleeves, sandals, and shorts year round. I will walk through the snow that way. It did not bother me until I
Mhm.
started some blood pressure medication, and then I just
Oh yeah.
got cold, and I it's not enjoyable. Not enjoyable.
Yeah, many years ago, and of course, we should not turn this into 80 meters. Sorry, guys, but yeah,
We
when I
already
had
mentioned blood pressure medication. I think
Yeah.
earlier.
But my last colonoscopy,
Where's
yes,
Mike? Mike needs to come on and talk about gout.
yeah,
But Mike man had who was I forgot what Hamfest. I think it was Huntsville Hamfest,
hmm
and he was walking around the whole time on gout, and I was very surprised that he held on that long. That's not fun.
hmm
Um, and heated gloves. Ooh, I thought about buying a heated jacket for my office. That would be fun. If y'all haven't done it already, the winners, email me at tinkcamradio. I got 4 of y'all, and I need 6, 8, 7 emails. I want to give these codes out. I'll sit on them for a couple of weeks, and if I don't hear from you, we're going to give them away next Sunday, and we will be just having a cigar social hangout. Which that reminds me, I need to text Don to see if he can join us. I always haven't Don. Yes, you got the boonie on.
yes, advertising.
I I I thought I lost that boonie, and I was so
hmm
sad and disappointed. But I did finally found it. But I've already bought a replacement. But the one I have, it
Yeah.
has all the pins on it for all the other Hamfest and
Oh.
ARRL and national parks I went to. Solely, thank you. Awesome. I'll get those
hmm
emails out tomorrow. That I was just like, oh man, but I do have it again. I need to get it
hmm
back. A friend emailed me, "Are you gonna come by and pick up your hat?" Uh,
Yeah, this probably doesn't look the best with the headphones on, but it fits much better, and these are high quality, really.
dude, I love that hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
The they have these same hats available where you can go in and put like your call sign and
oh yeah,
name
they
on
do
them.
some custom
Yeah, yeah,
embroidery.
yeah. I wish they would do that with these too, so
The,
that you could
I did have
customize.
a couple other prototypes they gave me that were
Mm-hmm.
green, which I
Oh,
really
nice.
do like the green, but the
Mm-hmm.
logo itself doesn't show up.
No, it can't be black, and
Yeah,
this white one is so nice
and
because of that.
that gold
That would
pops,
Yeah, that would have been good.
but I didn't really like the badge on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, but those are a couple other prototypes. But the black, I was
Well,
like, oh, I like the black.
I really do appreciate you and Jason putting up with me for what, a year plus asking for these.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of the best items I we made in a long time. Minus, I know I'm not trying to pimp any of my stuff out, but
Sure you are.
merchandise, it keeps the video stream alive. I do have, I think, still 4 more of these over on Grapevine Amateur Radio, backstock. Um, Mine is a whiskey glass right now.
y'all need to buy him so that he can be out of stock and then come out with carabiner mugs.
I, I'll
I'm
do
never
that.
going to stop talking about
I
your carabiner
know.
mugs. That's got to be
Honestly,
the next one.
that's the one I wanted. I wanted the
Yeah.
carabiner mugs to
There you go.
win.
Look right there.
Yeah,
ARRL has it.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not sure
Yeah.
that I can get
Oh,
it, I
now I'm
guess.
jealous.
But I want a tank on it, not ARRL.
Well, I got this
Tony
for
Spaceballs, the
running
boonie hat.
or helping the uh, RWK with field day. I was one of the captains at field day one year, and I got this.
I am really thinking about the next um, exclusive item or limited item. I want a
hmm
Zippo lighter. I just haven't been able to get in touch with a guy or a company that will do them at a decent price. that I can, put a little on top for me that wouldn't make it astronomical.
And it'll be the one where you put the lighter fluid in it and not some battery operated or
No, that's
butane one. It
I
needs to
want
be refillable, is what I'm
I
saying.
what I wanted was to do the butane inserts, but those
Yeah,
butane inserts another $20. So at the time we get the
Yeah.
base
but
lighter for 20, the butane insert for 20, and then maybe some on top for me. You're spending $50 to $60 on that, and I just can't justify putting that out. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy that at $60. Who wants to buy that?
It's the
well,
Um,
original. It's the original fidget spinner.
the,
Click,
yes.
click, 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 click.
Well,
the only thing is that it's renewable. That you're going to pay, like even if you're buying lighter fluid, right?
Yeah.
You're going to pay
Yeah.
something every time
mhm.
you need to reload it. But at least you've gotten something with a logo on it
Yeah.
that's that somebody can hang on to and use forever,
I'd
right?
buy it.
So
Frank.
if I get one of these guys. So I was talking to the guys at the cigar bar about this. They're like, why don't
Mhm.
you just do the basic Zippo and say, hey, look, you want this to be even more awesome, and link to the other thing and do it with your Amazon affiliate, and then they buy it there. Then you still get a little on top, and then it's not astronomical. And if they want to go ahead and do the butane inserts, which I really highly recommend using, because if you do the normal Zippo fluid, you have to keep adding it to it.
Mhm.
um, Tank, you do need a cigar lighter. Yes, I think that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Jarrett, what is your cigar? What are you cigars you like? Are you
These are cheapies that I chew on. These are factory smoke by Drew Estate, which
yes?
I don't like. I don't like Drew. I don't like what's their thing? Acid. I don't like
Hmm.
acid cigars. But these are like they're not bad if you actually lit them up. But I buy them in bulk.
Hmm.
And then I have other ones that actually smoke. But these for like $3 or $4 are
Hmm.
fine like daily drivers. But most of the time I'm just chewing on
So
one. It's
next,
Mm.
yeah.
Jared,
It's my zen pouch, I guess.
you are welcome
That's the
to
thing.
join us in a couple of weeks. We do the cigar social. I love you to come on if it's warm enough outside, or somehow you can
I'd
figure it
do
out.
that. Yeah, yeah,
Smoke
yeah.
it with us, or if not, chew on your cigar with us. Uh,
I'll smoke them.
we got Tony says he needs a tank radio lighter. Solely, I don't think it's going to be black. I'm thinking the green, olive green, army green with the logo etched in it or on
Mm.
it.
Mm.
If I could etch my crest that I have, which is it here? Is it on this hoodie? I have two hoodies. Yeah, this large. Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to do a shirt with this too. This
Wow.
will be an awesome shirt. What's going on, Frank? How are you doing?
Hey, Frank. Congratulations on 6K. I can't stick around for too long, but I thought I'd drop in and say hi and congratulations
I
to you.
appreciate it. I'm pouring myself a little bit more whiskey. This was a new bottle.
Mm.
Was a new bottle.
Was a new bottle. Of course,
Oh,
Frank drinks good whiskey kind of fast sometimes. Go ahead,
yeah,
Jake.
well, water for me tonight.
Oh, I got that too. Water,
Mm.
water.
Oh no, I have to be picked up from the motel room in about 38 minutes now to go to work. So
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
definitely no drinking for me except water tonight.
mm-hmm.
Will it be a long run there, Frank? Or
Uh, Don, that's we're not taking away from Frank Tank Radio tonight. We'll discuss that another night.
Trains are
certainly,
awesome.
certainly.
Trains,
Yeah.
satellites, radios. That's my
Well,
forte.
Frank, I'll
Mm.
put it this way. I was at work last night, got off at 7 this morning. It's now 5:23, and I get to go back to work in 40 minutes.
Yay!
Wow.
I've been very MIA, so this is also proof of life. Yeah, I'm here, folks. I'm just very, very
Yeah,
busy.
yeah.
Chris says bearded Frank, and non-bearded Frank. Got it.
Yeah, I've forgotten who. Oh, it was Coffee and Ham Radio guys. They said you're Harry Frank, and I'm not Harry Frank. So there you go.
Mm.
I love it. I love it. Well, whenever you need to drop, go ahead. Thanks for coming by. I
Of
appreciate
Mhm.
the
course.
congratulations. This has been fun, and I'm looking forward to do it more and for
Mhm.
years and years to come.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I have about 20 minutes and then I'll drop out.
there were people last night on Josh's stream that were asking after you, but we appreciate you're busy, Frank.
I need to come
Well,
back to Josh's stream.
Yeah, you do.
It's-
You used to drop in every once in a while.
yeah, well, I started the Saturdays I am free. I started going up and seeing my friends, and it's been very sporadic. And all the other Saturdays I'm out doing something probably tank radio related, so I keep forgetting. Um, but yes, I need to stop by. It was fun talking on those streams, and he usually gets to me first because I'm at the top somehow.
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Mhm.
Not
My
anymore.
spot's been stolen.
Yeah, Bill's
Lately, it
usually the
goes
first.
Bill, Ham Radio Tectonics, Chris, and then us, Dawn, and maybe Digital Rancher Rob if he's around,
Yeah.
and then us Franks, and then Tim Grayman Poda.
Oh, and then Broke Ham was on last night. He's been around.
Oh, Andrew was
yeah,
around.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool.
yeah. And then of course K and MRD comes up there eventually.
Yep, yep. The grumpy ham, the ham grandpa.
There's somebody that was on with Ed the other day on somebody's stream that was called the Grouch, the Ham Radio Grouch, I think.
Oh,
The
The
Grouch
Grouch
in
in
New
New
Hampshire.
Hampshire, Paul.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's the other
it.
Paul.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's funny. I'm gonna have to see that. I'm seeing a lot of love and wanting the Tank Radio Zippo. I'm gonna put some more effort. I want to do that this quarter, and this quarter's coming fast. So I gotta put that out there. I might just order 20 of them and just get them done.
I
Norm,
saw I saw at least one carabiner. One other person wants the carabiner mug. Just
yeah.
so you know, there's at least two of us.
All right,
Yeah.
2026, because I just did mugs. I don't want to
Yeah.
run out the field. I want to do awesome things. I love the limited items because if someone comes up, hey man, I've been a fan all back in the day. I have your coin, and you're like, whoa, that was like 5 years ago. And the mugs and stuff is and the whiskey glasses, and I think limited items is cool. It keeps the things fresh.
Yeah.
Chris wants the carabiner cup too.
And I see Chris also wants headlines for proof of life. Well, Chris, how about this? Inception
Love it.
and
Mhm.
current date and time. There you go. There's your proof of life.
That's AI. That's AI.
AI can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Can it move it that quickly though?
Quicker.
7:27.
Oh, quicker. Okay.
You're
Quicker than a freight train.
Your Central Standard Time?
No,
Or
I'm
is that
Pacific.
7? Was it 17 or 7?
17.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The one disappeared on me.
There you go.
Yep, I see it.
Bill Ham Radio Tectonics is busy on a project, so he's not busy enough to win something from me, but he's busy enough to join us.
Well, Bill needs to win something. I haven't seen him win anything before.
Roger, he says he has the coin and 2 of the whiskey glasses. Yeah, man. See, all these things are cool. I don't like them. And I want to do the Zippo next. The Zippo, I want to do at least 2 limited runs of stuff a year. And I do pre-orders is because I want no inventory. I want to get it, pack it, ship it out, and call it a day. The coins, oh my god, I had to drop like $800 to get those coins printed, and then I sat on them for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And I still have handfuls of them.
That's tough.
Yeah, I made enough to make the money back and then some, but so I just got a little burned on that. So I wanted to do the limited item giveaway.
Where do you warehouse those things?
What?
Or, I mean, well, I guess the coins wouldn't be a big deal, but
yeah,
that was something that I think it was Ham Radio Dude was talking about, that when he orders things,
Hmm.
The big cost to him is warehousing it.
Right now, everything is at the
But
Tank Radio shipping center right over
yeah.
there. I
Uh-huh.
got some bags of stuff. I have one other Tank Radio mug I'm holding on to for the four to ship in case one breaks in shipping, and some of the
Mhm.
coins are over there with all my stickers. So when I do a night of me going through and just putting stuff together and turning on a podcast, I sit there and work on it.
Yeah.
If it comes from Tank Radio, that's not the shirts. I ship it out by hand.
On that lighter, are you thinking about having it like uh, etched so that it's like the silver shows through the
Yes.
green? Or yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
it was
that
going to be the base olive green, and then they were going to laser etch it to remove the paint, and then the silver will show through. So I was thinking about this, the regular just Tank Radio tank, or I
Mhm.
might do one of my other kind of logos. I think the patch itself is too detailed to get it on there, so we'll
Yeah.
lose some things.
Plus, it probably would wear down quicker with all that intricate detail in it.
Yeah. Yep. I just want to throw the link here. James says he has his coin, hoodie, whiskey, glass, mug, hat, and mouse pad. Woo!
That's a lot.
Yes.
Mhm.
Which means I need to make more items. Here it is. The US band plan over at Corky QRP. And I don't mean this to be an
Mm.
infomercial, so well,
No, we're talking about your stuff, right?
yeah.
So.
And it's just a little bit's motivation trying to get
Mhm.
this stuff. I emailed Zippo like 3 times. Hey, I want to
Mhm.
order X amount and at this, and how could you work with me to do this and get the price and quantity items? I never got anything, so I might be too small. So I'm
Mhm.
kind of looking around locally to maybe find a guy to laser etch it themselves and just
Mhm.
buy bulk.
I know a guy in our club that does laser etching. He did for Hamstop.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Mhm.
That um,
yes.
that thermos is out in the
The
truck, so I can't show you.
Mhm.
is it Scott? Hand stop Scott?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He has an etcher.
I think he does, or he had the other Scott do it. I can't remember now.
I might hit them up. Be
But
20
yeah, just
lighters or
yeah, check him
30
out.
lighters. Get those ordered, etched, and then resend them out. Also, talking just logistics,
Mhm.
packaging.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Jesus, doing these like how big of a box for a mug or a tumbler? And since I
Yeah.
was sending 2 tumblers, how to package those and not have them break, and that's a thing on its own right.
Mhm.
A custom Sig Sauer. Yes. I think I'll have that for like the Uber Ultra
Mhm.
tier.
I'll buy it. I just turned 42, and for my birthday, I got a 365 AXG Legion for my
Ooh.
EDC, and oh my
Mm.
god, it's so good.
That is a
Mhm.
nice
That
handgun.
that could be
I,
like lifetime membership gift or like,
Mhm.
$1,000
Mm-hmm.
membership.
Right.
it's gotta be I need Legion. I need the Legion.
Mm-hmm.
You got a P320 Legion for? I don't know. Another weird thing everybody's into. And I use that for like IDPA, and I switched to Sig like 2 years ago, and I'm never going back to anything else. It's fantastic. So yeah, I'll take your Frank the Tank Sig.
Yes.
Put me down for one,
Michael says, I sleep
or
with
a spear.
a spear.
The new Sig
Yes.
spear.
Domestic spear or like a Bowie knife. That'd be Texas, a Bowie knife. Michael says, I sleep with the Tank Radio coin underneath my pillow every night. Hopefully, the ham radio theory will leave me a new radio. I love it.
Mhm.
I love it. I love it.
It has to be an FTDX 10. That's the only radio the ham radio fairy will leave.
Well, for the Tank Radio coin, most
Oh yeah.
definitely. If you
Yeah.
if you leave a ham radio 2.0 coin underneath your pillow, you get a Baofeng.
Yeah.
And if you leave a ham radio tube coin under it, you get the APRS.
Mhm.
APRS, yes. Mike hasn't made coins. Josh was
Mhm.
doing coins for a limited giveaway. I think he was talking about it at one time. But well, I think this has been a great stream. Thank you, Paul, Don, and Frank, to join us just for a little after chat here and hanging out. Jarrett, you're awesome and amazing. I am going to go ahead and just go around the room here real fast and give us your channel and what's coming up and where can we find you. We're going to start with Frank since he has the least amount of time left. And go. Where can we find more information about you and what's coming up?
Well, thank you, Frank. I'm the other Frank. I'm Choo Choo Frank or Railroader Frank, however you want to look at it. You can find me KG6NLW on all platforms. Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank, KG6NLW. Just look up my call sign, nice and easy. I also have links on my QRZ page. I'm aiming for 2,000 subs at this point. I'm just over 1,600. Let's make it happen. Let's have some fun with it and learn along the way. I am swamped with work, unfortunately, so not a lot of videos coming out, not a lot of live streaming. Otherwise, I live stream Thursdays for the NorCal Ham Swap, and the first Friday for Q&AMA, and the second and fourth Fridays for CQ Chit Chat when I am around. With that, thank you, Frank. Congratulations on that 6K again, and let's get you up to 10K next.
Yes, yes. Thank you for coming on, and I'm looking forward to it. Don, my man. Let's go ahead and promote your channel. You have a channel.
Yeah, and I do put videos out. I'm currently I'm Don N5SKT. You'll find me on YouTube under that moniker. I'm currently, and you'll see a lot of stuff about my shack build out. I came out to the shack because that's where the camera is. And I currently have, and I showed Frank a picture of it earlier. I've got a big Delta loop up that I built from a kit. And I'm going to do a video on that. I'm probably going to do a video on that mask that I was talking about, because those are items that really impress me, and I haven't seen other videos about them. So, and I don't do the unboxing or the whatever. I usually just show you what it is and try to talk through it and then move on to something else, if you will. So I do have a few things coming up, and I just went over 500 subscribers last month, I think. So I know that's supposed to be a big deal, but I'm not really pushing. I just enjoy doing the occasional video and trying to show you guys things that I find interesting. So that's it.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Bill said he just got his stuff set up with the lights. Come on in, Bill. We'll hang out for a little while longer. We'll make it worth it for you.
There's still time.
Yes, yes. Paul, my man.
Yeah.
What's coming up on your channel?
Well, my Sunday night weekly stream, I'll do that tonight. However, I've been awake since 5 p.m. yesterday, other than a 2-hour nap on a plane. So it's going to be a jet lag rag chew for about 30 minutes or less. And I've got a Moonraker Yagi I built, and I recorded all that, but I haven't had the time to tune it and test it and record that. But eventually that will come out. I'm gonna use that for our monthly simplex nets, which I can't reach very far with my antenna in the attic. So I thought, you know what, I need a Yagi. I'll put it on my push-up mast, and the push-up mast, temporarily I can just hand rotate it. But I've got a antenna rotator that I'll eventually put that on a rotator and be able to hopefully get a little farther with the simplex nets. But that's down the road anyway. Every Sunday night, 8:30 Central, I do a Sunday night rag chew stream.
And Mike says this. Paul, former winner of the Go Kit
that's
Challenge
true.
mobile division.
Yeah, mobile. And who's the current? I forget who's the current grand prize. I can't remember.
I
Who
can't
is
remember.
that current winner?
It's because you didn't enter though. You kindly bowed out, right? And
no, I didn't do mobile. Yeah, but Mike actually has the
move your head. Let's see your background picture there, because you
hold
have
on.
the
Here.
trophy. Yeah.
Let me just delete myself here.
Delete self.
How about that?
No, Paul, you got to get with the hip kids. You got to yeet, Y-E-E-T, yeet
Okay.
yourself.
Okay, I'll do that next time.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike
Well,
can't
that's a
remember who
long
it is.
delay for YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about 40 seconds. There's a way to minimize that, but Blake, I don't need
Okay.
it to be live. I'm
I think
fine with
It's
that.
because Don, you got to be able to bleep Don real quick.
That's what I was
Yeah.
going to say. He doesn't trust his audience or his visitors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that here, I've actually got it right here. If it'll pop up, but Mike is Ham Radio 2. Mike, is it called People's Choice? I can't remember. I just did the interview with those guys,
Yeah.
but this is the one they. Oop, over here. So the plexiglass thing.
Yeah,
that they,
yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
carved out for me because the license plate you don't keep, right? That goes to the next year's winner.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But yeah, Mike, I don't even know. Mike, are you going? Are you going to be there?
Mike, he hasn't reached out to me yet, so I don't know. But he won last year. Just the regular Go Kit.
Yeah, like the regular. Yeah,
The regular.
is it People's Choice? I don't know. Like the overall winner.
Oh yeah,
I think
People's
is what it
Choice.
is.
Yeah, and he won with his G90 in the box and the signal stick.
Yeah, you can look. Last year, both Frank and Mike have their videos. You can check out last year's, and then this year's is coming up in a few more weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike says he is, and consider this him reaching out to you, Frank.
Mm-hmm. I have a
That'll be
single
good.
bed with his name on it.
And
Yeah, it's
with that,
a bit of
Frank,
a drive.
I got to get out of here.
Mhm.
Again, congratulations. Tank Radio! We'll see you next time.
Thank you,
See
man.
you, Frankie.
73, Frank.
That's good. So, and you're going, Frank. So that'll be a couple more. Good.
Yep.
It'll be good. I don't know. Is Rob going? Digital Rancher? I haven't heard from him yet.
I haven't heard from him yet either. I'll reach out to him. Well, he's going to probably be on the Cigar Social. I hope he is. He's a good guy. And we'll definitely talk about it then. And it's always a blast. And Bill finally signed into Discord. He probably will be joining us. Jarrett, I wanted to leave the last one to you. Thank you for coming on, Jarrett. It's been awesome. And HAMRS, thank you for putting that together with the community or for the community, and being and it's back, and I'm so happy to try out. It's back.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm glad you had me on. I'm glad you reached out. I'm not good at like self promotion, and I was just like I don't remember these things. Yeah, I don't have I think I was at some point making a HAMRS YouTube channel for like releases, but that was way too much work. So everything you need is in Discord. You can get to everything you need from at hamrs.app is the web address. Again, everybody go download it while it's free. Sign up for an account for the web version. It's free. It's always free. HAMRS.app. I'm KB0ICT. If you hear me out on doing POTA. Yeah, get in Discord, throw out feature requests, throw out support questions, throw out bug reports. You'll see me in there all the time. Don't tell MasterCard about that Discord server because I'm supposed to be coding. Supposed to be upgrading stuff. It's
on your free time.
Free time. Totally have all of that.
Yes,
definitely have that.
The union break.
There's a great group of people in there, and people can help you out. Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's been a blast. I'm really am like super happy about your 6K. You work so hard for it. You deserve it. You're a good dude.
Thank you. I've
only met you once. I was down. It was something. I was going to visit my grandfather, and then you guys were having a. Oh, I don't remember what.
Was it a Parks on the Air?
It was a Parks. I think it was like, it was definitely a POTA thing, and the club was out at some lake north of.
Probably was one of the original Lakeway Roberts that we did.
It was a
big get together. And we had a blast down there.
I got to meet people there. I need to come down. I'm not far. Hop on the old POTA cycle and head down there sometime.
Yes. If you're just in town, hit us up. Me and Jason will definitely come out and we'll have a beer.
We'll do.
Craig was here recently from California, but he was out here when it was freezing. I was like, I'm not going outside. No, sorry. David said, let's make 10,000. Bill,
And
I'm trading water for you, but
yeah, Frank, your camera has disappeared.
my camera.
On the
At
Zoom
least,
side,
at
not
least
on the
on the
stream.
Zoom. Oh, it's going on the stream.
Yeah,
I
the
can't
stream's
see
fine.
the screen. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Don't worry
Um,
about it then.
well, all right. We're going to head and wrap it up here. Y'all have been awesome. Hold on in the back room. If Bill comes in, we'll definitely hang out a little longer.
Mhm.
James says 10,000 or bust. That is going to be it exactly. Thank y'all for watching. I do appreciate it. To everyone who are the Patreon members and YouTube memberships, y'all make this channel happen. Thank you to the super chats, and I'm trying to find it. I thought there was a way to look at your super chats and after the fact. There it is. Thank you to Portable Ham Radio, a membership. Thank you very much. That is awesome. Hamnomics, $5 super chat. Don, thank you for your $20 super chat. Paul, thank you for the 10 gifts and subs. James, thank you for the $10 super chat. And TC Fitz, thank you for your $20 super chat. Y'all, that is awesome. A little bit of that is actually going to go to the reshipping of the Gigaparts antenna, which I don't know why they shipped it here, but they did. You're going to get your antenna. It was to Tom. I'm looking forward to shipping that out later this week. And thank all of you who are watching. Y'all are awesome and amazing. And if you haven't done it already, search Tank on any podcaster app. And that will get you the Tank Radio audio podcast. And I had a few of you come up to me at HamFest saying you listen to my audio podcast, and that's one of the highest compliments I can receive right now. Because I do a lot of work and try to get that out on time. And I slipped up this week. I'm sorry. Friday hit, and I was like, crap, it's Friday. And I forgot to do the audio thing at the cigar bar because all my friends came in, and I thought I was done, and it slipped my mind. But it got out there on Saturday, and that's fine. I think that's going to be it, y'all. Again, thank you. 6,000. Yes, we're going to have a 6,000 cigar social next week. And Bill, you are going to come on 2 weeks. Yes, that is going to happen. Y'all, as always, go forth and conquer. Say bye.
73s.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You can support me on Patreon. There's a link in the description below. And to all my tankers out there, go forth and conquer.